I'm Matt Igoe, Executive Vice President and Chief Operations Officer at the BNSF Railway. I'm here today with Gary Grissum, our Vice President Mechanical. And we're going to talk a little bit about our Federal Railroad Administration pilot program, Brake Health Effectiveness. These programs are done in conjunction with the FRA to enhance the reliability and safety of our railroad. Gary, why don't you talk a little bit about the Brake Health Effectiveness waiver?
So good morning, Matt. This pilot's really about leveraging technology to help us better identify braking issues on rail cars and network, which in turn helps us ensure safe and reliable operations. So if you look today, our carmen perform a manual inspection in the train yard where they visually look to confirm brake components are moving properly. The challenge with the visual inspection is it really can provide no information in regards to adequate force being applied to ensure proper braking. And that's really where the technology comes into play. So we know that the brakes are working properly. Friction from the brake shoes generates heat, which in turn raises the temperature of the wheel. So by leveraging thermal detector technology at the wayside, we can measure those wheels both before and after the brakes are applied. Now these measurements are taken while the train's in motion, so they represent actual braking performance of the train. That data is in turn run through an automated set of algorithms that determine effectiveness of the braking systems. If the algorithms indicate the brakes are working properly, that train can bypass an intermediate inspection, goes on to its destination, and any problems identified by the detectors are addressed there. If the train actually fails the inspection, then it goes in and stops at its intermediate point. Carmen does a visual inspection, then any issues either identified by the detector or the Carmen's visual inspection are addressed and repaired before that train continues on to destination. So I will tell you, we expect to see many benefits from this pilot. So first, by shifting to a technology-driven, condition-based approach, we can focus our resources on cars that we know need repairs to improve overall brake health in the fleet. And these detectors also work in any weather conditions. So from an exposure to our Carmen standpoint, a safety standpoint, we can actually minimize the amount of time they're out doing inspections in inclement weather or poor walking conditions.
What kind of results are you seeing so far?
So Matt, I tell you, the results have been fantastic. So we've seen or proven the detectors to be very effective at identifying braking issues, teams executing repairs against those. We're seeing our failures go down, seeing a reduction in service interruptions. We expect to see that trend continue.
Along with automated track inspection, which we covered in a previous video, these FRA pilots are an important part of the way BNSF continues to push the operation to be safer, more reliable, and more efficient for our nation's supply chain.